We're doing Hey There Delilah by the Plain White Tees.
It's you, I swear it's true. Hey there Delilah, don't you worry about the distance, I'm right there if you...
We've got different location shots. These are some of the ideas we have.
Train station, either going to use Bexley Heath, London Bridge or Charing Cross. This has been inspired by an advert we saw on the television called Match.com. It's very common, like having like a train station scene in romantic films, and it just helps to move the narrative along quite quickly. Blue Water Lake, it's also very romantic, like kind of looking over a waterfall at a lake, like clear water. And at night, there's like when the lights come out, it makes it just look like just beautiful. It's just a beautiful place to look at. And like, when you can see like the reflections in the water from the trees, at like the light falls.
One of the other ideas we had was to look out a window.
Yeah.
Emotion in her face.
Yeah, to show like that how she's upset and she's thinking about the boy looking out of the window because it's raining. It shows pure emotion. And we're going to use Greenwich Park as well, because that's very cliche, it's a very romantic setting, and it's also very iconic.
We've also got, this is the letter we wrote to the train company because we need to actually ask for permission to be able to film on the site. So this is the letter we've got.
The letter says, I'm a year 13 A-level student studying media at Trinity School. My 4 fellow classmates and I would like to have permission to film at London Bridge train station for a year 13 media course for a final piece. We are creating a music video that we film at London Bridge Station will be an effective and suitable setting. The equipment we intend to use will be a tripod, a jib and a handheld camera. We would be grateful for this opportunity and look forward to hearing from you soon in order to negotiate a suitable day and time.
We decided to use Belvedere Splash Park Erith Overlook. It's just up the road. We can use to get a view over a large area where there's a lot of cars travelling across the bridge.
The first one we're going to use is stop motion. This will be for the first roughly 9 seconds. It will be of scratch. We have already took some preliminary shots of this. So these are some of the shots we're going to try and use. The motive already on that.
We've got quite a large. We've got all the verses that are done so far actually linked up with the lyrics as well. We've got some sketches of all.
That's one storyboard. Verse 2, we've got the chorus, which is going to contain band shots. Verse 3, which is also part of the narrative, which is going to have shots at a beach. And that's the bridge, which is ironically over a bridge.
This is also a quick sketch of the
Stop motion.
in trying to what inspired us to do the bridge overlook, but the speed of it and what we'll be using throughout different parts of the song is part of Ed Sheeran's 18 video that's a bit later on.
Under the upper hat, will sells love to an eye.
It's this shot specifically that we're going to be using.
Tried to swim, stay afloat.
Yeah, it's that sort of the way it speeding up, so everything around, so it gives it kind of a distant sort of thing. It kind of separates them from the real world, and that sort of idea behind it. We've gone to our ancillary tasks, which we've got drafts for. There are a certain number. I'm doing the digipack and album release artwork. Album release poster.
I'm going to do an advertisement which is going to have the album on the tour dates and also a digipack with the album on.
I'm creating a digipack and I'm also doing the poster.
I'm creating a CD cover and an advertising poster.
We talked about a number of fonts, and after kind of messing about with a few different ones, we found that these two were the ones that we kind of narrowed it down to. But after we used the first font and put it into a smaller size, it wasn't exactly very readable. It was very difficult to see what it was saying, so we decided to change it. Well, we decided to go with the second option, which is Pristina.
Size 95.
Yep.
We also created a mood board for the song and the band, so we could get a rough idea of what we thought fit the genre and also the band themselves. So we've got things like Love and acoustic guitars, because it's an acoustic based song. We've got like Plain White Tees already made logos and album covers, so we could get an idea.
So inspiration for shots that we would use. In order to use the song header Delilah, we wrote a letter to the record company, Hollywood Records, just asking for permission to confirm that we know that we are aware that they own all legal rights to the record, but it will be used for academic purposes only. Following that, in terms of style guide, our colour scheme is mainly earthy colours. This includes greys, browns, greens, or we're using bright colours but with a toned down effect. Clothing wise, we follow the indie / emo fashion. This would include either printed tees, dark toned down colours, smart buttoned up shirts. Shoes would include Vans, Converse, etc., because that's what is stereotyped within the indie fashion. We've also got a common red motif which we're using throughout our filming. In one scene we're using an umbrella, in the other we're using a towel, a red pen in stop motion, and a red flower. The use of this is we're using the red colour because it represents romance and love, and it will also use of red also stands out against any other colour in the background because it's so bright. So it's just a common motif that's going to be played throughout our piece.